Horror fans have spent more than 20 years arguing about House of a Thousand Corpses. Some call it a cult classic. Others call it a 90-minute epilepsy trigger with half a plot stapled on the end. And after revisiting the film, I'd say that both sides have a point. This House of a Thousand Corpses is chaotic, grimy and obnoxious, and completely out of its damn mind. And somehow, that's exactly why people love it. What's up, freaks? Welcome to The Laughing Dead, the internet's prime destination for twisted family dynamics. I'm your host, Ethan, and tonight, we're examining a controversial flick that's 2 parts redneck murder family and 1 part groovy acid trip. House of a Thousand Corpses was released in April of 2003, the first feature film to be written and directed by the king of hellbilly stripper metal himself, Rob Zombie. The box office return seemed to be respectable at $14 million in the US alone, off a reported $7 million budget, though Mr. Zombie himself disputes that number.
They gave me more money to reshoot the ending than I actually made my newest movie with. You know, they're just throwing money around like it's like nothing. I was like, oh my God.
Ever the devoted horror fan, Rob regularly laced his psychedelic groove metal with classic horror movie lines. For example, the song Supercharger Heaven, which features this iconic line from 1963's The Haunting.
Look, I know the supernatural is something that isn't supposed to happen, but it does happen.
And one of my personal favorites, Electric Head Part 1, opens with this line from 1957's Curse of Frankenstein.
Perhaps you had better start from the beginning.
His repeated sampling eventually led to threats of legal action for copyright infringement. Knock on wood. Even the band name, White Zombie, pays homage to the 1932 thriller by the same name.
The sinister power behind the White Zombie.
After cutting his directorial teeth on his music videos, Rob eventually landed a deal with Universal Studios to direct his own film. But when they saw the final cut, let's just say they were in no rush to market the disturbing piece. For 3 long years, the movie sat shelved, its future uncertain, until finally the rights were purchased by Lionsgate. And after some, let's call it artful trimming by the editor, House of a Thousand Corpses finally saw theaters with an R rating. So whether you're an accomplished cinephile here to set me straight, or just kind of bored, strap on your seatbelts, because we're jumping right in. Right out of the gate, this movie calls back to the classics, with Dr. Wolfenstein, channeling the grimy charm of late-night horror hosts like Elvira and Joe Bob Briggs.
Elvira, that gal with the enormous ratings.
But before we can get to the feature, they cut for a short ad break, where we meet Captain Spaulding, the lovable horror clown, owner of Captain Spaulding's Museum of Monsters and Madmen, and the purveyor of the finest damn fried chicken this side of Rugsville, I'll tell you what. But why settle for the advert when you can meet the man in all his glory? Just like that, we find ourselves inside the roadside attraction, and we quickly find that Captain Spaulding is a mean clown. Kind of a piece of shit, if I'm being honest.
For the life of me, I cannot understand why you hang out with that asshole.
Though clearly that's the point. Rob wants to ground you in an environment populated by only the most vile examples the human race has to offer.
God damn!
And at that, he succeeds. Suddenly, the doors bust open as a pair of scoundrels arrive to hold up the joint. Spaulding doesn't even blink, even when the crook starts his countdown.
1, fuck your mama!
The clown stands his ground.
2, fuck your sister!
Until the tension rises.
3, fuck your grandma!
And the robbers are smoked without a second thought. Y'all just f***ed with the wrong one, that's all. It's in the eyes. You can tell, maybe in the teeth too. And when that intro sequence smacks you with eclectic scenes of ultra-violence and Cherry Moon's titties, you know for sure this is a Rob Zombie project. The jump cuts and heavy effects ooze the trademark zombie style that so many fans love. After that funkadelic fever dream, it's time to meet our lucky victims. This group of 30-something-year-old college kids are on a road trip, touring all the creepy folklore hotspots. We've got Bill, who finally got a day out of the office.
But liquor! Our prices have never been lower!
Yeah, I know, it was too easy. Won't happen again. We've also got Mary and Denise, a pair of girls who are completely interchangeable. I literally can't tell you which one is which in any given scene of this movie, and I've seen it many, many times. And that only leaves Jerry, the stupid, lazy asshole Jerry. F that guy. You guys will see why I hate him so much in a bit. Anyways, they're cruising along deep in the boonies when Bill notices the damn gas light is on. You see, Jerry can't follow simple instructions such as fill the gas tank.
$3? I told you to fill the tank. Bill, feel me. Am I made of money?
Jerry, get a job.
Lucky for them, there's a quirky little souvenir shop just ahead that sells that liquid gold. They find themselves at the one and only Captain Spaulding's, where you come for the gas and fried chicken, but you stay for the spectacle.
You see the crocodile boy?
The guys are stoked. They wake the girls and sign up for the world-famous murder ride, which turns out is just a rickety cart pushed along by a Igor here. They got some jump scares and basic animatronics. I especially connect with this guy. Yeah, that's me most days. The main displays are better. You got your Albert Fish. Ooh, spooky. And you gotta have your Ed Gein. But the final display, well, that one's one of a kind. With a legendary bravado, Captain Spaulding shares the tale of a demented intern at the local mental hospital, known for poking around the brains of patients in a delusional bid to create a race of superhumans. When the locals found out, well, they were less than thrilled. They strung his ass up in a tree, but sometime before dawn, the body disappeared. Badass! Dr. Satan! Ah, Dr. Satan! Well, Jerry liked it. He liked it so much, in fact, that when Denise hits the phone to call her dad and check in, he heads right back into Spaulding's place to get the location of the mythical Deadwood, the site of Dr. Satan's execution. And despite the fact it's darker than a pocket out there, dumping down rain, the four go on a little scavenger hunt. The storm is raging. Visibility is terrible. And just as the kids are about ready to call it a wash, they spot a lowly hitchhiker on the side of the road. And it's 1977, baby. No self-respecting 70s man would abandon a woman out in this weather. Bill pulls over immediately and in jumps baby Firefly. And while she may be easy on the eyes, boys, she sure ain't easy on the ears, if you get me. Either way, she knows the route to Deadwood, and she'd be more than happy to guide them. Right on cue, Fate steps in and bang, blows out the tire. Bill is quick to hop out and fix it, but he pops the trunk, and damned if there's no spare tire in there, Jerry.
If I forgot to put it back in the trunk, what would plan B entail?
You son of a bitch. Remember this moment, folks. Everything that happens from this point forward, totally Jerry's fault. Thank God Baby's big brother has a tow truck. He can get him fixed up, no biggie. So Bill and Baby head up the road on foot. And when they arrive at the farmhouse, somehow Bill has no objections. He doesn't even notice that the place is fucking terrifying. And I think he has like a little evil idea. A little flickering light bulb, if you will. He asks,
So, you live alone here? I mean...
Bill, you dirty, dirty dog. He was about to break the #1 rule. Before long, the rest of the crew has arrived. So allow me to take just a moment to share with you, the loyal viewer, Ethan's Guide to Surviving Redneck Murder Families, Part 1. Rule number 1. Never, and I mean never, get frisky with the hot daughter. She could be the most beautiful, delicate example of femininity, with butter-smooth skin and no undies. But you must control yourselves, gentlemen, because no man makes it out of a murder family alive by following the tip of his dick. And that's a promise. Rule number 2. Don't mock the matriarch. And this is one that Jerry fumbled, of course. Now she may be sitting there, stretching the bindings on an ancient girdle, her disturbingly giant breasts trying to spill from the top of her dress. She may even strike you as extremely stupid, leaving many openings for your witty one-liners.
I thought maybe we'd taken a hoedown.
But you bite your tongue, good sir, for the matriarch is the most highly revered member of the family in any home. But in this home, her disrespect is your doom. Rule number 3. Don't stare at the retard. At some point in the evening, you will meet the family freak, and they will be watching your reaction closely. It's imperative that you hide your revulsion, remain polite, and never ask what happened to him.
And Tiny was sleeping in the basement room where the fire started.
You don't want to know, and they don't want to tell you the truth, because it's incest. Rule number 4. Don't break the illusion. When you're trapped in a house full of raving psychomaniacs, survival becomes a game of pretend. If they want to put on a bizarre, neon-lit burlesque show in the middle of the night, you act like it's Broadway. If the family beauty wants to rubber tuchus all over your boyfriend's lap like an alley cat in heat, you best swallow your pride, little lady, and let it happen. You definitely don't want to assault a performer. But of course, that's exactly what Denise does.
You shouldn't have done that. Oh, really?
Or wait, is that Mary? Son of a bitch, Rob, you couldn't have made one a redhead? Well, anyways, there are a couple more rules, but at this point, these idiots have broken them all. And with the car finally fixed, they hop in and do their best to peel the hell out of there. And well, it's safe to say,
I gotta open the gate!
They don't get far. It's also safe to say that in the Firefly family, it pays to have a talent. These two knuckleheads missed the whole show, stuck out here on scarecrow duty because they're talentless. They didn't even get to see Hugo's stand-up routine.
Tell you a little story.
The guy's a f***ing riot. But at the end of the day, they never had a chance. They broke too many rules. And so just like that, they're distributed as twisted playthings for the various members of the Firefly clan. Otis gets Denise, whom he tries to impress with the big reveal that Bill is now...
Fish boy!
This can't be real, this can't be real, this can't be...
Impressive work. I take back my comment that Otis is talentless. Mary becomes Tiny's living doll, and Jerry has to contend with baby Firefly. No easy task, I'm sure. Meanwhile, there may be hope for the kids yet. Denise's father has roused the sheriff, and they head for a quick talk with Captain Spaulding. And despite his t-shirt choice that day, he readily tells them everything they need to know. Following Spaulding's tips, they hit the road once again, this time towards the Deadwood. When they find the kid's car on the side of the road, all beat to shit and abandoned the car, it's not an encouraging clue, especially when they find the body of some other girl in the trunk. And man, that's really gotta be a shit day at work for the cops, right? You're cruising around, expecting to find some missing kids, probably drunk somewhere, broken down, and you stumble into this mess. Now you got a full-blown serial murder investigation on your hands and you haven't even had your morning whiskey. It's not an easy life, that of the small-town sheriff's deputy. Either way, the trail is hot, and there's only one house on the street. So they take a quick detour and pick up Denise's dad? Why the fuck would they do that? You got me. I guess it's just a vehicle to get the movie to the point where Otis can wear her dad's face. And to be fair, that shit is legendary. So I'll give the absurdity a pass. It's not like this movie's super grounded in reality in the first place. So needless to say, the heroes all get ambushed, stomping out any hope for our helpless victims. From here on out, the film descends deep into chaos. It starts to resemble more of a back alley snuff film than a horror movie. The captives are toyed with in various twisted ways, all culminating in their ritualistic offering to Dr. Satan himself. Mary splits and tries to run for it, but she only finds herself at the tip of baby's knife. The remaining two, Jerry and Denise, I think, are stuffed into a coffin and lowered into the depths. And this is my favorite part of the whole movie, man. The surreal nightmare-like tone the movie has carried so far is multiplied like tenfold. Everything from the horrid muck zombies emerging from the mud, the brain-dead failed experiments in the waiting room, even the monstrous henchmen that can't stop breaking shit. Every element of this underground labyrinth is straight out of a vivid night terror. Our remaining brunette is the only one to make it out alive. She sprints for the road, flagging down the first car she finds. Behind the wheel, none other than Captain Spaulding. Either the girl doesn't recognize him or doesn't make the connection. It seems for one blissful second like she may have slipped through the Firefly's grasp until Otis pops up. Final thoughts. House of a Thousand Corpses is truly a one-of-a-kind film. It's grimy and brutal, yet dripping with so much style you almost find yourself rooting for the killers. And while it may have some plot holes and a ridiculous amount of completely pointless cutscenes,
all I know is that he had impure relations with mine.
You still end up thoroughly enjoying the descent into the Firefly world. I've heard people say shit like, "You'll only like House of a Thousand Corpses if you like Rob Zombie," or attack the film as a 90-minute music video. And to those people I say, yeah. In fact, hell yeah. If you have an aversion to blood, titties, heavy metal music, and general badassery, then what the hell are we even doing here? But for all the real ones out there, this movie's a winner. If you had a good time tonight, reach on down and hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more of the finest horror movie breakdowns and reviews. In the meantime, keep them scary flicks rolling. And remember, if you laugh when others scream, you found your home. This has been The Laughing Dead. Thanks for hanging out.